Welcome back to Coinage Era. Today we open a door to a world where history doesn't speak through ancient monuments or royal archives. It speaks through a coin so small that most people don't even notice it when it slides across their palm. The US Liberty One Dime of 2001 is not just a coin. It is the last heartbeat of an era that was slowly fading away. To understand this coin, we must travel back more than 200 years to the early American Republic, a land still trembling from revolution, uncertain about its future, yet determined to define itself. In 1796, when the first American dime appeared, it represented a nation trying to convince itself it could survive. A coin then was not simply currency, it was pride, unity, and a symbolic voice telling the world, "We stand." From that era onward, every dime carried whispers of liberty. When 2001 arrived, the world was no longer the same. The Cold War had ended, technology had erupted, communication had globalized, and humanity was stepping into the unknown. Yet amid this storm of modernization, the U.S. Mint struck another dime quietly, steadily, as if announcing that even in a world racing toward pixels and smartphones, certain symbols of history must remain untouched. The 2001 dime was born in a year when America was transitioning between old memories and new realities, between handwritten letters and email, between payphones and mobile devices. Its birth wasn't loud or dramatic. It was subtle, like a small flame still burning in the corner of a world caught in neon lights. That subtlety is exactly what makes it powerful. Paragraph 2, a symbol carved not just in metal, but in human spirit. When you look at the 2001 dime, you see the face of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, but beneath that face lies a story far deeper than political leadership. Roosevelt himself was a symbol of courage carved from struggle. He fought polio, carried his nation through economic collapse, and led the world against tyranny. His image wasn't placed on the dime to honor a man. It was placed to honor a spirit America believed should live forever on the smallest, most widely traveled coin. The dime became a reminder that greatness does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. And the 2001 dime, with its sharp lines and quiet shine, carried that whisper into the 21st century. The world in 2001 needed symbols of strength, not the loud kind, but the enduring kind. With the internet rising, borders fading, cultures mixing, and technology reshaping identity, the dime stood as a piece of continuity. Millions of them traveled through gas stations, schools, military bases, grocery stores, hospitals, airports, and pockets of everyday Americans. They touched tears, laughter, struggle, joy, sacrifice, and dreams, absorbing fragments of human life along the way. And while Roosevelt's portrait looked calm and composed, the coin itself lived a life of motion passing, hands faster than any historian could ever track. It represented how even the smallest objects can carry the biggest footprints of time. It taught a silent lesson. History does not need size. It needs spirit. The environment surrounding the 2001 dime was one of the most transformative periods in human history. Picture the world back then. People were shifting from bulky computers to sleek laptops. Email was replacing handwritten messages. CDs were replacing cassettes. Online chat rooms were connecting strangers across continents. And families were experiencing technology move faster than their memories could adjust. And while the digital era began to sweep across Earth, the U.S. Mint continued, producing physical coins almost as if fighting against the idea that everything meaningful must become virtual. The 2001 dime became a silent observer to all this. It sat in pockets during late-night study sessions of students, jingled in car dashboards during road trips, paid for telephone calls at yellow payphones standing like guardians of the past, and got trapped inside washing machines that spun the stories of families across America. Some dimes traveled through the hands of firefighters, police officers, mechanics, taxi drivers, waitresses, teachers, migrants, soldiers heading to foreign lands, and children exploring the world with curious eyes. Every scratch on the surface of a 2001 dime is a map of the lives it touched. It might have been present on days of celebration or days of sorrow. It may have been part of someone's first salary, someone's last coin of hope, or someone's saved memory from a life-changing year. In a world that was becoming less physical and more digital, the dime remained defiantly real, reminding humans of a time when value could be felt, held, saved, cherished, and passed on. Today, when collectors examine the 2001 Liberty One dime, they don't look for rarity, they look for meaning. They see it as the last, representative of an age when physical objects carried emotional value, when pocket change held memories, and when small coins were part of daily life rather than museum pieces. The 2001 dime stands between two worlds, the world that remembered the weight of coins, and the world that now counts value through digital numbers on screens. For many collectors, this coin represents childhood memories, laundry machines spinning, ice cream vending machines clinking, arcade games lighting up, school lunch lines where kids counted their savings one dime at a time. But beyond nostalgia, the 2001 dime carries a more profound legacy. It reminds us that history doesn't vanish, it compresses itself into small, ordinary objects waiting to be rediscovered. It tells us that progress may change the world, but symbols of identity must remain anchored. It whispers that no matter how fast time moves, there will always be value in remembering where we came from. So when you hold a 2001 US Liberty One dime today, you are not holding loose change, you are holding a silent witness of the past, a survivor of transformation, a guardian of countless untold stories. It is a tiny monument to resilience, identity, and memory, standing strong against the tide of a world that often forgets too quickly. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coinage Era.